Welcome back, guys, and today we have some massive changes incoming to Grand Arena with the new State of the Galaxy November 2021, and this could either make or break the gaming community right now in terms of Galaxy of Heroes, because people have wanted Grand Arena to be more competitive and be more important for a long time. But this, I don't know if it's going to be the way or not. And what's even more important is I made a video yesterday detailing that supposed leak. And one of the things mentioned in that leak was essentially more of a daily tournament thing, which that doesn't look like it's coming, but changes to Grand Arena. Now, changes to Grand Arena people have been expecting since Grand Arena has been gone for a month, but I really don't know if we'll see any more of that. So who knows? Maybe that leak might be more real than we thought. So essentially, here, they're going to be moving all crystal rewards to Grand Arena. And this I really don't know about yet, because I'm just going to say this right here. There's a ton of word bloat, and it is a lot to take in. And I'm not even sure if I fully understand it yet. But from what I'm getting, it's mostly going to still be the top players getting the top amount of crystals. And what's annoying about that is you could get number one in Squad Arena, even if you only had a single GL. I had gotten to number one before, and all I have is Kylo. And that's just simply by hopping around the Kenobis and taking out the GLs that you can actually fight. But I'm gonna go over the good things and the bad things, in my opinion, with this. Good things, I'm glad they're upgrading Grand Arena and making more important. Another thing I'm happy about, they're changing the banner count a bit, and while I don't really know about them getting rid of the defensive banners, they are adding banners for extra opponents defeated. So once you defeat 5 opponents, then you get 5 banners. Um, and then first attack, you get an extra 10 banners. So that instantly awards you if you're just the first person to attack. So it makes stalling Grand Arena a lot less viable, because in a banner pinching scenario, this is not going to work if you attack second. So you really want to try to attack first, get a single clear on every battle, and you have a instantly better chance of winning. And that could definitely be good. But then here's the thing that I'm a little more skeptical of: the daily prizing. And so I don't really know about this yet, because if you go down here, you can see it should be okay. Here it is. So from what they're saying is there is a whole new matchmaking system that they're adding, and I'll go back up to it real quick. But essentially what it's saying is that the new matchmaking system, you're going to start based off of your initial GP, and that's what that chart below was saying, which I'll go back to. But that chart was showing what division and league you'll start in at the beginning of each Grand Arena. And then from there, as you win and lose, you will climb up or climb down the rankings. And what's seeming to be the case with this is that Kyber could be almost an exclusive whale club now. And I don't like that, because that's really going to hurt the free-to-play community. And I am very concerned about that. They're adding more gear to Squad Arena store, but it's not very important gear. So here's all the initial GP thresholds. I'm at around Bronzium 3 right now. So I would start here. If I were starting at Bronzium 3, that means my daily crystal payout would be 90. Now, on average, you're only getting a few extra crystals after you, like, from that little box inside of the final daily challenge. Sometimes it can have up to 200 crystals, but in most cases it's around 70 something crystals. But the problem with this that I'm seeing is that this is not including squad arena payouts. Now that I have a GL, I am consistently sub 50 in my arena, which nets me an extra 150 crystals per day, and that's huge. If I climb up to top 20, there's 200. And that's what's so concerning about this. It really seems like they're taking down the amount of crystals on a daily basis. And like this round win, yeah, it would give me what 10 more crystals than what I would on a daily basis, but rounds take 2 days. There's 2 days of a round. There's setup phase and attack phase. So that really doesn't make a ton of sense of why that would work that way. And that's less than what I could potentially get by putting in less effort, because Grand Arena, you have to think a lot about managing your roster and what teams you're going to use. In Squad Arena, you throw your best team in there, develop a strategy over time for beating one specific team, and then you can win. And that's how you constantly climb back up. And if you have a GL, which I know there's many people out there that still do not, if you have a GL, it makes it so much easier. If you don't have a GL, there are still plenty of weird combos you can make. I've had to do it in the past, and it worked even after the nerfs. But then look, here's what really is interesting. You get a fourth of the crystals that you get from a win from a loss. And sure, at the end of the event, if you go 3-0, you get 750 crystals, and that's nice. But that's less than the end of season reward. I don't understand why that's less than the end of season reward. It really just doesn't make a lot of sense. This isn't looking nearly as good. And then the other thing is, I remember it was somewhere. It had something to do with who will get promoted. It probably has to do with league promotions and matchmaking. Let's see, where is it? I know there was something. Okay, here it is. Your skill rating will be so skill rating is the new thing that they're using to determine where you'll end up based on wins and losses. And your skill rating will be adjusted after each event, and the group of opponents you face will be matched based on skill rating. So this should hopefully make it so that way people with GLs should fight people more often with GLs, and it shouldn't be too unbalanced. But here's the thing. All players that finish the season Division 1, the top 10% of the league, only the top 10% of each league will be promoted at the end of every week. That makes it so that way if you start in Carbonite, you will have to place top 10 week 1, top 10 week 2, top 10 week 3, top 10 week 4, and top 10 week 5 if you even want to have a chance at Kyber. And it's unrealistic to think that that would even happen. And the reason to think that's unrealistic is because of the new way they're doing layouts. Now it's no longer by division that they're doing it, it's by league. And so as you're climbing up, you have to place more squads. So if I were to get to Kyber, I would have to place 11 squads on defense and 2 fleets. In fact, you have to place 2 fleets now at Chromium. That's huge. 2 fleets used to be way off in the distance. But 2 fleets, that is a lot. For most people, that would mean just saving, like, most people wouldn't even be able to clear fleets. It would essentially be like an executor scenario. But then once you start getting up to, like, say Chromium, you have to start, and this is 5v5. You have to have 14 squads in total, and that's unrealistic for most people. Like, even in Bronzium, for me, I'll have to have 10. And while that's pretty similar to what I've normally had, it's just really hard to even. It's really going to require putting less valuable teams on defense. Because, like, if you're managing to climb up here, you might need to start just placing random characters you geared up on defense. And that's not good because then people will start soloing. So, really. And then here's the other thing. At Division 5, whoever's in there at the end of the week, which is the bottom 10%, will move down. So essentially the way you have it is Division 5 and Division 1, they're each 10%, so combined that's 20%, which means the other 80% of people are in Divisions 2, 3, and 4. And so this just seems so unrealistic for most people to ever get to Kyber unless you've been playing since day 1 or spend a lot of money. Because just the way this is looking, you'll have to be top 10% in Carbonite, which that shouldn't be too difficult. But then you'd have to get top 10 in Bronzium, then top 10% in Chromium, then top 10% in Erodium, and then just try to hang on and be in the top 90% of Kyber. And so, from what I can see, the way this is working is that the very top players will be getting all the crystals. That's credits. Where's the crystals? Here's the crystals. And it really just seems not beneficial to free-to-play players. And yes, for those of you concerned about them taking away the crystals from Squad Arena and you're not level 85 to access Grand Arena, they also said in this post that you'll be getting extra 50 crystals every day for, like, in compensation for that. Yeah, so players below level 85 now receive additional crystals from daily login prizes. But yeah, let me know what you guys think on this, because I think Grand Arena is a lot of fun, but it can also be extremely stressful, and some people just don't have the time to do it. And I could really see this as a community killer. So, once again, let me know what you guys think, and I guess we'll just have to see how this plays out. So if you like the video, remember to like and subscribe. I'm planning on making a Grand Arena tips video sometime in the future, right before this Grand Arena season starts. I believe it starts on December 13th, so by then I should have a video out to make sure that you guys can do your best in the new Grand Arena landscape. So yeah, remember, if you like the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.